What's up, my people? How now they waiting? They happen waiting this sup, guys. I've got some things to rant about today. The first one is about this guy's video, French Montana. So he released a song featuring Swilly, and the title is "The Wish You Well." That's the title. Okay, cool. If you're not a Nigerian or an African, you find this interesting because, of course, what you're being taught is Africa is a zoo, and that's how this guy was able to do Unforgettable with Sway Lee. And Unforgettable was really a hit. They tried to reinvent, Unforgettable, which failed big time. And this is another person trying to extort or take advantage of some slums, in Nigeria. To push out there, or let me just put it in Africa, because these people, whether it's Nigeria or not Nigeria, they still see it as Africa. So you're doing the video like this that looks like, Africans are not educated, we live in the zoo, there are no nicer places in Africa, and you push it out there to these people. And even some of these guys, even Swilly and all the and the rest, they are blacks, right? And this is not going to be the first time. We complain about, the white people taking advantage of Africa and also pushing a picture that doesn't really represent us, because the whole monkey on the tree picture and donkey on the streets instead of cars, are you guys helping or not? Because we blame the white people, but some of these guys are blacks and they push the wrong things out there about Africa. And yet, during their interviews, they come and say, "Oh, yeah, Africa is this, Africa is that. If you come to Africa, there are nice people there, but there are nicer places too. Show the places." And stop saying, "Oh, they're nice people, the food, the da 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 da." Show pictures, projecting the beautiful lifestyle here. And number two is people like Akon extorting Africa. Akon is an African, but because he's also soaked in that, American life, he might not know, also took advantage of some people, created this picture of a perfect location in Africa, said he's building it. A lot of people call that a fraud somewhere in Senegal. And a lot of people actually invested in that project thinking Akon will come through. And Akon never came through.
But I'm going to say that they have not fulfilled their promise. Let's check out this email traffic here. You see, I reached out to them, which I was told to reach out to one of his board members, Andrew Karas, and he responded back and wanting to take my email and provide address and all that stuff there, so that then I could receive a refund. And I'm quite sure they did this to many other people. But Akon, being that he is the head of this project, did not fulfill the need. 2 years go by and still nothing. And though I sent probably 3 or 4 emails trying to inquire about the situation, you would say that there was little to no response. Now, I'm sad to report such information because Akon had appeared that he was doing a good job, but it seems though that he is just like most who would want to use Africa only for his own benefit.
And this one is very distasteful. So I just want to warn you in advance. Well, a video has surfaced on TikTok showing a woman breastfeeding her child while making moaning sounds. Crazy, right? It's quite disturbing that this is the kind of content she's sharing on the platform, on TikTok. What's even more concerning is that TikTok hasn't taken any action to ban her for this. This situation is truly distressing and unacceptable. It's important to bring attention to this kind of behavior and content. Hopefully, measures will be taken to address this issue before it escalates further. And people are watching her, and some of them are even encouraging her. What do you think?
Like the way you're sucking it, baby. Oh, baby. Yes.
So I just logged in TikTok and I saw that video of a single mom breastfeeding her child and moaning to the child sucking her boobs. You could hear her moaning. She was even saying, suck it, don't stop. And then I was like, what is this? You know, what is this? I was really, really shocked. I was like, wait, how is this even allowed on TikTok? And then I was like, okay, maybe this is just a miss. Let me go through her page. Then I clicked. Look at what I saw. So it is obvious that this is a thing for the girl. Why? I'm curious. Is it for likes? Is it for views? It is obvious that it is a thing. And you would tell that this does not stop on TikTok alone. It goes beyond TikTok. It goes beyond TikTok and inside closed door. It is obvious that this girl does this thing without even the camera. It is pretty obvious that maybe when she's in that mood, she get that child to suck her boobs and then maybe she just play with herself for pleasure. It is obvious. Another thing is, where's the father? You could tell that she got pregnant for an irresponsible guy. The guy left her and now she's depressed, because this is a sign of depression. This is another sign of depression, where you are looking for attention from everywhere and then you lose yourself, you lose your self-worth, you lost confidence, you just want attention, so you do anything possible to get that attention. That girl is obviously depressed. That is a beautiful girl. See what she's doing on TikTok. This generation here, sometimes when I log into TikTok, I see a lot of videos and I'm like, what is happening? Is it for likes? Is it for views? What is happening? The way a lot of people in this generation are really craving this attention, man. To be honest, when I see videos on TikTok, I just tell myself that you see this generation, I'm not sure I go marry a person from this generation. I swear to God. I'm not sure. The possible I will marry somebody around like 48 or 49 or 50. At least I'll not say those one get their faults, but you know, go be all this type of things. So we say you go embarrass me online. What is this? And this is allowed on TikTok? How? This generation, man. We have really missed it, though. We have really missed it in this generation. I'm not even gonna lie. When I see things like this, I always ask myself, what will happen to the next generation? Because if the supposed mother of this generation are like this, the children that they are giving birth to, if they don't even know themselves, how will they raise their own children? How would they raise their own children?
The next one right here is about the story of a popular TikToker. Esther is her name. They said, aka the Booba Girls. They said they keep extorting her. I'm talking about blackmailers. Keep extorting her and threatening to release her videos. You know, of course, nude videos, I believe. And after like a year, they've collected a lot from her that she couldn't even send them money anymore, because these people continue to ask her for money. And they ended up sharing those videos she doesn't want people to see. Now, here's the thing. Some people don't know that blackmailers never stop. As long as they have duplicates of the video or your nude pictures, allow them share it. Because yes, they will tell you after you pay, don't worry, I will delete it, I'll forget. They've kept it somewhere, whether it's your videos and whether they're asking for money or not, allow them share it. Some people, yeah, I've seen some people that they're not even asking for money, just so they can use you, they can control you, or they can make you look like a fool, talk to you and put you down just because they have access to something. Allow them post it, as long as it's not going to kill you. Allow them share it. If they threaten you with it, allow them go. It will pass eventually. So if you're in this situation and you're watching me and somebody somewhere is threatening to tell somebody something, or whether you like it or not, it will happen. Quickly solve it. But blackmailers don't know something. They don't know that they could get killed. That's why you see people being killed, thrown on the street. You wonder what happened. Why is this guy? Why did they just kill him like this? It is because some of them have informations. Some of them have information that could kill them. They held on to it, keep threatening until the person took the laws into their hand. I'm not supporting that, but I'm just saying things like that affect people. Moving on to the next one. This one, of course, is about sexualizing females. And No, we complain about this all the time. Oh, females, we should stop sexualizing females and stuff. But females are the ones that keep doing that. You put yourself out there and you show your bosoms and everything, and you complain about a guy saying something about you. I mean, I'm not going to mention the name of the celeb. She came out to complain, talk about a guy who was in her DM sexualizing her and all that. And this same celebrity, that celebrity that keep posting pictures, half naked pictures, and and things like that. What do you expect? You will definitely get words like that. And they are now bringing it into real estate, to sell houses, lands, and all that. You have to show your backside. Yeah, it's becoming a thing now. You have to show your backside. You have to attract people into that building by showing your backside. This is big deal. Yeah, the house is going to sell, definitely. It's working. To be honest, it's working. So the problem I just have is, if you are complaining about that, you better not involve yourself in things related to that. Because if you're complaining about something, you have to show an example, not to attract something that is going to bring about that. Moving on to the next one. This time is about using male enhancement pills or aphrodisiac, or those things that actually helps a man perform well in bed. This is big deal in Africa. The rate of poverty is high, and people are giving birth almost every day. The rate in Nigeria is very high. And yet we see people advertise this product all the time. I get it. A country that is going through a lot, the only way you can at least escape, from that harsh moment is by engaging in something. You understand, on the bed with your with your guy, with your girlfriend or your lover or Lusho or wherever. But it's just how we, push these things on social media. I don't know, because you want to spend like an hour, 2 hours on the bed doing it, then you want to get that medicine. I feel like if you are beginning to go an hour in sex, it's not enjoyment again, it's work. It's just better you turn it into porn, then you will make a lot of money from it. But if it's not giving you money and you spend an hour doing it because you want the girl to praise you, then I don't know. So we keep seeing these things on social media, and here's the funny thing: people talk about it and condemn it, but we patronize it because these people are really selling. They are really selling. So I'm gonna shock you. There was this friend of mine who is also into this business. So we're talking about it. It's a good business. Trust me, it's working well. So we're talking about it, and he said there are some people who add that could make your strong, right? They'll put it in their herbs and say, oh, it's the herbs that is doing it. Whereas it's Viagra that is doing it. They put it in liquid in the herbs so that it can work really fast. Some of these things even kill people. Moving on to the next one. Guys, what do you think about this video? Some people are talking about it. They said that Tenny is giving the gay vibes or the lesbian vibes. That how can you be comfortable with something like this, with a video like this? Somebody says here, so you all don't see nothing wrong in this video. Imagine a man twerk in front of Davido. Well, what they are trying to say is Tenny could be a lesbian. Another person says, wrong, Tenny, wrong. You are too talented to try to sell your video with this unnatural vibe. You don't need them. This is not normal and it's very bad. To be honest, I think with this video, Tenny is promoting lesbianism. Okay, moving on to the next one. Here is a lady, a gospel singer, who the fiance accuses her of dumping him for another man after he invested in her career. Said Amaka Gift's social media account was never hacked as she's painting, but was taken down by her sponsor after she made several attempts to change their password because the page is now yielding income. I took it down over betrayal of trust, love, commitment, and investment for 9 years. I dated Amaka Gift for 3 years before introducing her to music in 2017 from her local church choir. I created all the social media accounts and saw to their growth. I shot every single video and made all posts on the pages I created. I spent money on the newspapers, radio stations, printing of CDs, branding of outfits, hosting concerts with billboards and posters, carrying out charity activities, paying and setting up with billboards. You doing all of these things, right? It's got so much to say here. You can see that this person is pained. But to be serious, to be honest, do not invest in people in hopes that they will pay you back. Don't do that. That's where you get disappointed. Especially marriage. That's, in fact, you shouldn't be putting money. Do not invest in something that if it goes the other way, you will regret. Give money. Help if you want to help. But just let it be in your head that you don't want anything in return. It helps you mentally. I never expect anything in return. And I've seen people who, I've helped and be like, don't worry, when I get to this point or when I get money, I will pay you back. I'll be like, I won't reply because to them, it's a nice thing to say and stuff. But me, in my head, I'm like, no, that's not what I want. I don't want anything from you. I know within myself that I will get it from somewhere else. I don't even need it from you to start with. So there's another one. This one is even worse. This man killed himself. A pastor, his name is Prosper, took his own life by jumping from a 2-story building. The reason behind this heartbreaking act was that his lover had ended their relationship, leaving him devastated. He had supported her through university, hoping to marry her once she completed her degree, but she let him down. Unable to cope with the heartbreak, this man killed or took his own life. His funeral took place, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. This is sad. And those people that do these things, those ladies, if you know that you are not interested in a man, why do you continue to collect money from them? This thing happens a lot. Moving on to the next one. Here is a warder, a prison warden. That's what they call them, right? Asha will call them jailer. So here is a jailer who is eating food bought for prisoners. These foods were brought to the prison by the prisoner's relatives, right? So he and his cohort or his colleagues will be the one to eat the food. They will chop everything instead of me they give the prisoner. Now, it's okay even if you want to chop all the food, but coming on social media, confidently saying, yes, you people are the ones who eat the food and stuff, it should be questioned actually.
Sorry. Was about laying on prison to ban gunje lọ fún. Àwa wọ́n dà là ń jẹ́ o. So ìyá ilé ìṣẹ̀ try. Tó ló bá mú ẹran sí tó tìkì dáadáa. Ẹyin ló dùn. Àwa wọ́n dà là ń jẹ́ o. Kí ẹ lè mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa bá wọn gbóúnjẹ wá o. Bá tó nǹkan tó yẹ kí n ṣe lé mi mọ̀ ṣe o. Láì gbégbá tẹ máa bá wọn gbé wá gbé tí wọ́n dà náà mọ̀ nǹkan tó yẹ kí n jójẹ lẹ́wọ̀n yẹn òun á máa jẹ wá nínú prison. Tó yẹ ó dé lẹ́yìn yẹn.
Here we have a church, and this is their deliverance service. What do you think about this? Let's watch.
Whatever you are doing over there which is not bearing fruit, now with this fruit it will begin to bear fruit. Look.
Which brethren is what is happening to the gentleman? The moment he got this fruit.
Stop in Jesus' name. The man in the grave said.
Now, what do you think about, if you're a Christian, right? What do you think about marrying a Muslim? And I've seen a lot of Christians who don't even want their family to marry a Muslim at all. They don't want it. So I've got a friend, some of you will know him. He was in one of my videos. So the girlfriend, at the time, they really wanted to take it to the next level. So Bayo had to change his name to a Christian name. So what do you think about marriages like this? Are you a Christian? Would you marry a Muslim? And if you're a Muslim, would you marry a Christian that you truly love? But it has always been, oh, my father said, or my mother said. Yeah, few of them are, I just don't want to marry a Muslim because of our kids. But most of it comes from family. What do you think?
What were the challenges you faced? How tough was
From
it?
my
Was it like,
parents.
yes?
My parents, when I wanted to marry, when he said he wanted to marry me, and I told my mom,
Drama.
she was like, no, you can't marry
And you have been
me."
Christian all your life.
Yes.
I
I've
can
been Christian all
imagine.
my
I
life.
can imagine.
In fact, I didn't even have Muslim friends. It was that bad. Like my parents.
See, from where to where? We don't
Yeah,
understand it.
like it's not even something, because even when he was asking me out, and there was one time he was like, I want to marry you. I mean, if I was like, no, you can't marry me, or you that you are Muslim.
As in,
My dad would not even allow me to marry him. So it was like, okay. Well. So when it got serious and it was like, I want to marry you, I was like, hi, how do I tell my parents like this? My mom was not around.
Moving on to the next one. So yesterday I spoke with one of my friends that work in the bank. She explained something to me. She called it management fraud. I was like, what do you mean by management fraud? She broke it down. Even gave me examples how these bankers, would withdraw a lot of money from, she called it, from deceased accounts. That means those people who are dead, account holders who are now dead, they'll withdraw a lot of money. So if the family comes back later to ask for the money, they've gone through the court process and everything, because it's stressful, trust me, to get money from banks when the owner is dead, for the family to get the money or access the money. So let's say now they are able to access that account, and the amount there is nowhere to be found, is being siphoned. The bank will have to pay for it. Although it was stolen by one of them, but they will pay for it. Now they will look for that person and try to jail that person. Bank will frustrate you, to be honest, but there's fraud going on in banks. So sometimes, right, although I asked her, I was like, okay, what about the ones that money will just go missing? Those ones that will come to the bank and start crying and complaining. He said, usually it's those people that either, made a mistake or gave somebody their PIN, or somebody have access to their account. He said, though bankers can steal, they can steal from those people's accounts and just move the money, but most of the time is those people's mistake. That's what they said. But what do you think? Let us move straight to the next one. They say the responses of young citizens when asked if their country is heading in the right direction in a survey. Rwanda, right direction, 60%. Rwanda is a country that I really, really want to go. Well, 40% said is heading the wrong direction. They should come to Nigeria. Then 100% of them will be happy. But to be very honest, Rwanda, I would say they are fast developing, actually. And, I give it to them. Ghana said 56 and 41 said the wrong direction. Uganda, 36 and 58 said, no, it's the wrong direction. Mozambique said, let's just come down to Nigeria. 5% and 98%. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say. Okay, guys, moving on to the next news. I don't know, guys. Do you think Regha is promoting poverty? Look at this guy. He said, look at this guy, Regha. He said 2 different airlines, similar refreshments served. Honestly speaking, Local airlines need to improve on their in-flight meals. Passengers deserve way better, especially after paying a hefty amount. The meals mustn't be big or fancy, but something worthwhile. So he bought this yam and oil, palm oil. I think this is content. I think Daniel Regha this is his own way of getting attention, and he's doing it well. People are really talking about. Some people said he's promoting this. Somebody said, yeah, this guy and promoting poverty is 5 and 6. Why enter plane safe you for just trek now? Our person is a guy is living his truth, and you guys are bashing him, saying this is promoting poverty. Now, why a lot of your so-called celebrities always fake that life would be easier? To be honest, yeah, life would be easier for someone like Daniel Regha, because he already created that simplicity on social media. Trust me, being a celeb comes with a lot. I'm talking about being a celeb that has like a certain standards to maintain. Daniel Regha will say, "In a kuku know me." I know cuckoo on social media. I know cuckoo, they show say I get money. And this guy, you want to know about that? Daniel Regha is doing well. A lot of people don't know. Daniel Regha is making a lot of money. In fact, someone says after the huge amount of money you acknowledge that Elon Musk paid you, and being amongst the top 3 accounts in Nigeria after Peter Obi and David Ondei, you still they behave like this. In conclusion, I think he's doing all this for more impression to earn more money. Okay, guys, that is where I'm going to hold it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe. Until we see you next time. Peace.